All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching a recap today. Today was an amazing day because I didn't take any trade. Like I'm sitting on the JP, and no trade. I really didn't see anything that I'm getting excited to trade. Market, had some earning, but nothing that really catches my, order flow and time and sales criteria. The usual suspects where didn't do anything, and 90 minutes into the day, I didn't take any trade. I'm gonna probably shut down now. I'm gonna go, to the gym and get back to do some work. I'm probably not gonna trade anything else. And yeah, today was a no trade for me. So what happened here today was that we had the earning season has started, and usually banks and financials are starting. Morgan Stanley, Charles Schwab, they had apparently better than expected, and as you see here, Charles Schwab is up 12%, had a very nice run up at the open. Brian took that trade at the open, pop up all the way up to 67, but I didn't take that trade because it was just way too extended on the VWAP, and I don't like to take these trades long when it's extended because they usually get a tendency to come down to VWAP. And so it had a massive run up, very nice, and 65.49 was a very important level, broke down all the way up to 67, and after that I really didn't trade that. But in the community, people did nice trading. Like let's see what Paris did. Paris did take the trade. This is pretty much exactly like Brian. I think, Brian, you also take that trade right around here at 64.60.
Yeah.
And massive run up, and then Paris did add a couple of times, and then his average is coming down to the break-even point around here. Because when you add, obviously your average is going to come up because, it's just a mathematical average. And then he got stopped out completely here. So that's what you're seeing here. But another financial that had a really nice massive run was Morgan Stanley at the bank. And as you see here, again, very nice opening range breakup. This is the trade that Paris did. And from 87.40 you start partialing out. You probably didn't see this one coming all the way to 94, but he got out completely at 91.40 and he shared that. So that's a very, very nice trading from Paris in the community. Brian, I know you did Charles Schwab. I know you did Rivian as well. You did a 920 on Rivian, yes?
Yeah. Rivian was a nice 920.
Yeah,
I only got 20 cents on it, but it still worked out pretty well.
Yeah, so Rivian did a very nice 920 trade. 920 is, for the people who don't know, is on a 2-minute chart. It has to be on a 2-minute chart, our trade book based on that. And you bounce back from the 20 moving average, and you're gonna go continuing going higher. And yeah, we had some really nice move up, but I just, again, personally, I didn't like anything that I'm excited. What I'm looking at is the time and sales. I really want to see a very nice time and sales, and this is a lesson that I want to actually talk about today. So this is a time and sales of PWM, and as you see, the order flow is like that. And this is a time and sales for Tesla. And you see which one has a much better uniform order flow and better time and sales. Obviously, this is the time and sales that I like, and this is the time and sales that I don't like, because again, it's very pulsy. The order flow is not very uniform. It means that there are less participants are trading. So I avoid trading when the time and sales are not great. But when the time and sales are like that, there's a lot of orders going into the market, usually really good for scalping. And this is not good for scalping. Sometimes there are really nice chart patterns on these ones, but I prefer to stay away from them. It's still tradable, but I rather, as a scalper, to get filled really fast and get out really fast, and they usually have really good liquidity. But not always a good time and sales is tradable. Like today, Tesla, for example, always has a good time and sales, but the chart pattern wasn't there. So let's take a look at it. So if I want to put one here and take a look at Tesla, see the Tesla on a 5-minute chart. Look at that horrible price action. very, very, very bad price action here is, even though you see a very nice time and sells going on Tesla, the chart pattern is really bad. So see there is no chart pattern for me to trade it. It did break down, quickly bounce back. So it wasn't really an area for me to make that trade. There was a case for the break of low of the day short, but again, the risk to reward also in that area didn't worth it, because you have to put the risk near the VWAP. Reward isn't really worth it, so I didn't take that trade. So you need a good chart pattern and good time and sells and good volume. Obviously, time and sells is kind of correlated with the volume as well. The more the volume, the time and sells should be better. But sometimes you have the same amount of volume, but the time and sells is not as uniform and as active as other stocks. So you have all these things to put next to each other to really make a trade. And today was really nothing. So Tesla did a nice 1 minute opening range breakdown. I saw that. I just didn't take that trade. Opened really weak, bounced back just below the VWAP, and I really, really, really wanted to take that trade to the short side here. This was a really good trade. Go to the short. The reason that I didn't take it because it was kind of flat for the day, and I thought that maybe it's a choppy day. But it was a very nice, you could really write this 1 minute opening range breakdown, but I just didn't take that trade, unfortunately. And it is what it is. Sometimes it's like that. But a lot of people had really nice trading day in our community. And I'm pretty happy that, for example, Ross is one of our traders. Let's see what he does. He did trade Tesla very nicely here, as you see here, shorted with tier 3 size, and really got very nice breakdown. And then on the way he added, and he got a stopped out, and then he added back again, and he did really nice trading day. So this was probably a small loss, and this one was a very good trade that he did here. So a lot of people take that trade. It just happened for me to not trade, and that's okay. Sometimes it happens. But tomorrow is exciting. If you go to Trading Terminal calendar, we're gonna have some exciting earnings. Tesla and Netflix are usually pretty good, and they're gonna give us really good. And again, earnings season hasn't started. We're gonna have so many nice trading opportunity. Brian, any last comments from you?
No, that's I'm just looking at some stocks here. Looks like sort of the gold stocks are breaking out. I think maybe on some of this sort of geopolitical risk, but it's interesting times, and we've got some interesting earnings coming up the next day or two. So
that's awesome.
Under your hat.
Pretty awesome. The SPY S&P 500 is going up. I just want to guys remind you that in 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks, we're going to be in New York City. We're going to have really, really nice event. We have 3 Nice tour sponsored by our 3 amazing trusted partners, co-sponsors. We have 4 guests. They're coming to give us a presentation. The calendar is in there that we'll talk about it. We have a really good presentation from CME Group, which is an exchange for futures and commodities. They sponsored the breakfast for us, hot buffet breakfast, and included in the event. And they're gonna talk before the pre-market show. They're gonna talk about the futures, how to trade them, what are the advantages. So it's going to be very, very amazing. Obviously, we're going to go up. I'm going to fly from Thursday. Ardi is 1 week earlier. Brian is going earlier. So it's going to be a really good meetup. So I hope that more and more of you guys can accommodate and come. At least come for 1 or 2 nights. It's going to be fun. And so that's it, guys. So tonight is a very, very important presentation, guys. Paris, if you want to see how Paris is trading, guys, like this kind of trading, Paris is going to do a presentation, a webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Always well attended, always people love it, and always get really good feedback, guys. So included for all the elite members, and recording would be available as well. But I highly recommend that guys come into the event. I personally never watch the recordings. If you don't catch up with the content right at the moment, you're not going to be able to catch up. Try to make time. It's kind of fun. Come ask your questions and just get that 1 hour done. Because if you say, recording is available, I'm going to come later over the weekend, you're never going to do that. Life is just takes you away so much that you really miss it. You have to catch up with this. I have, for example, this newsletter of the Bloombergs, and I have into my folder. And the problem is every time that I'm not reading them, it's just pile up, and I never really get to read them completely. And I really want to read them, so it's very important to read them. So the title of the presentation for Paris is Price Action, the Mastery Series, Unveiling the Skill Set of a Successful Trading. Is a three-part presentation. It's going to start the part 1, and looking forward to see most of you guys. Awesome. Have a good day, guys, and cheers guys.